Hey, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. I'm Dominic D'Angelo of AdFreeShows.com, podcast, Heat Wrestling, and SEScoops.com plus Brass Ring Media. Check it out. I'm here with Mr. Robert Karpelis, WD Creative _ish. Robert, are you excited for Wednesday?
I don't know why you're holding a handheld mic like you're a man on the street. It's very weird. It
I'm
feels
like Dick Clark.
you're like, what?
Dick Clark.
Yes, this is definitely a rockin' eve here on November 5th. Welcome to everyone joining us live all across the world for Rumor and Innuendo. We'll say hi to some of the fine folks joining us here. You'll never guess what he said, Dom.
What's he say?
He said, "What's up?"
What's up?
Brandon Reichart, 3570 said, "I'm so excited." Thigh slaps and steroids said, "I'm so excited." What I'm excited about is that Dom's not going to be able to hit the music, so I'm going to keep talking and say what the Wrestling Old Head said, which is it's Wednesday. You know what that means? It's a Dynamite AEW preview with the best duo in the biz, Dom and Robert. Willie Thornbrew says, "I'm so excited for." Who are you side of you on, guys? What have I done in a past life?
Listen, Robert, I'm not going to play it. I won't. One more time. Get in, Robert. You like it?
Jeff Henninger says, "Hello, R&I. Chelsea Green and Ethan Page make one hell of an entertaining team as AAA mixed tag champs." I did see that clip. We rarely talk about NXT, but there was the Joe Hendry clip where he revealed who his tag team partner was, and she had her own custom theme song.
My goodness.
Yes, it was say her name and she appears, and boom, Thea popped out of a cake.
I like it.
Devin Dowling throwing us with an Ayo. Dre Owen says, "Hello, R&I. Loaded Dynamite card tonight." And Tony Gong says, "The show doesn't start till Dom plays it." Sometimes the show doesn't start because Dom forgets to push play.
There's a lot of elements that go into me not hitting play or starting. So, but Robert, yes, we do have Dynamite tonight. And do you know where it's hailing from?
Are they in Shreveport, Louisiana?
No, a little off, but they are in Houston, Texas.
Going back to Houston.
There you go. Here's what I like about this, guys. There's so much to like in this moment. Number one, I didn't know they were in Houston, so I wasn't setting Dom up for that. Number two, he was so excited to do this and had it queued up. And then when it played that second time, the frustration that I know that Dom felt made that annoyance all the more worth it.
The Dean Martin masks it all.
Well, Dean Martin is the gift that keeps on giving, as is Tony Marie Khan. I have not read. Oh, there's something called the Bayou Music Center.
Woo-wee, down on the Blue Bayou.
Which is Louisiana. So my Shreveport
far off
guess would have been more accurate. I've done a show in Houston, Texas with World Wrestling Entertainment. I believe it's at the Toyota Center, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful town, lovely place. Was there with Willie Thornbrew says Houston Wrestling gave us Bruce Pritchard. I was in Houston, Texas with Mr. Bruce Pritchard. And man, you want to talk about walking with a legend. That was not the case of walking around Houston with no one stopped Bruce. Nobody bothered him. No one stopped. No one was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Tom Pritchard's brother."
Something to wrestle with? Hey, listen. Did you ever wear a cowboy hat?
Have I ever worn a cowboy hat? Yes. In second grade, we did the song Oklahoma.
Oh, Roger's
and we all held up letters and they spelled like OKLAHO. Nailed it.
Wow. Man.
Crushed it. I mean, I missed my calling. What a thespian I would have been.
Robert, you should have stuck with it, man. You still get a little bit of that with BRCW, though.
I do. You can check out BRCW November Knockdown, getting great rave reviews all over the internet. People really enjoying it, and the best part of it, in all sincerity, for 12, 13 seconds.
Oh no, sincerity, not from Robert.
My daughter has a charity called Smushy Squishies, where they collect toys to give to the local Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. And this was the second year in a row we did a toy meet and greet. Last year it was with the one and only, the legendary QT Marshall. This year we did it with Ash by Elegance, former Dana Brooke, and we collected twice as many toys as we did last year. Hundreds of toys. I mean, absolutely blown away. The generosity of the community of pro wrestling is the absolute best. This is why we are so happy to be here with you guys every day on Rumor and Innuendo. It's wonderful on a plethora of. Oh shoot, we're supposed to do the rest of the show.
You still got a show to do.
I was ready to be done. I'm like, nope. We came, we sang some songs, we had a nice time. We already buried Dynamite before we even know what's on it. Dom, what's on Dynamite tonight?
Well, Robert, we have a bit of an advantage tonight because, yes, it's men's blood and guts advantage battle. It's going to be Orange Cassidy going up against Claudio in singles action. I guess that means they get the first person in the ring or something, I suppose, right? The advantage battle?
I don't quite understand I guess.
I think.
So, yeah, I'm assuming we're using War Games rules here.
That's what I'm assuming.
That means you would get the third man in the ring.
Yes, correct.
So it's Darby Allin versus Danny Garcia. This is the logic I'm gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to use Tony Khan logic. So, totally unrelated what I just did to Tony Khan.
Oh, okay.
But this is a way to get Danny Garcia a win on TV in a very large way. Heels always have to get the advantage going into not War Games. Otherwise, the baby faces look even dumber. And you would have to imagine that that Darby is going to lose to Danny Garcia. It gives him a I don't know, but then there's another men's blood and guts advantage battle with Orange Cassidy and Claudio Castagnoli.
Yes.
So I'm doubly
I'm bewildered.
They're years and years ago.
When
I was at the World Wrestling Entertainment Company.
Is it that what it's called?
We're back to two stories now instead of just one. There was an audio clip that we used to play all the time, and it was Kevin Kelly, secretly very, very funny man. And there was some kind of like, it was a promo someone had done about how we're doing this match Jersey style. And so he just goes on a rant about what he thinks Jersey style is. I can't say any of it because it is not appropriate for YouTube. We would get flagged. If Dom's music alone doesn't get us flagged, that would get us flagged. But they wouldn't even know what the rules were. Was the only phrase I think you could say. And some degree of F&A right. We're doing this Jersey style, which makes more sense than two advantage matches.
Robert, you know what a Jersey Turnpike is?
I know what the Jersey Turnpike is.
Okay, well, a Jersey Turnpike is when you're at a bar and the bartender wipes up everything that was spilled on the bar and then squeezes into a glass and somebody drinks it. That's a Jersey Turnpike. Sounds pretty good, right? Hey, what else could be pretty good? There's also a women's blood and guts advantage battle. It's Megan Bayne taking on Queen Aminata. What do you think of that, Robert?
Is there a second women's advantage match?
Let me take a look here.
To try to make sense of what the heck we're dealing with here?
Nope.
Then I give up.
Not
I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I think it's, again, the heels always sort of need the advantage, but if Megan Bayne were to be hoisted by her own petard or there's some sort of distraction or something like that and Queen Aminata picks up the quick win, great. Because I would venture to guess on the women's side, the heels are going to be the group going over.
Yes, I would think so. Right.
And on the babyface side, this hopefully will lead to the death of the Death Riders as a group, not individual people. They're very nice people.
Yes, all of them are great, but
I like Claudio.
Yeah, I'm a big
and
Claudio
Wheeler
fan. And Wheeler. I like Moxley too. I like I've never met Pac, but I'm sure I'd get along with him. We could share in a lot, I think.
I've met Pac. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't think I've met. Have I met John? Indirectly, yes.
Indirectly.
Like I said, hello. We didn't talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing there, Robert?
Yeah, it was in catering. I was just like, hey.
Hey, speaking of
catering, we already talked about Danny Garcia. We don't need to talk more about catering.
We got an AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament first round matchup. Robert, get ready.
I love it.
Mercedes Moné and Athena. They're battling the Babes of Wrath. That is Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. I kind of like Babes of Wrath name.
Two things. One, Devin asked, was he John or Dean at the time?
Good call.
Both. It was two different instances. Once at WWE, once in AEW.
Mhm.
The WWE instance, I think I just walked by him and everything to say AEW was in catering. It was
Hey, Robert.
hey, Babes of Wrath.
Bow for short.
See, I like that. Because here are the babes and
Uh-huh.
here's the wrath. That's a deep cut Simpsons reference for Nelson. And
Wow, is it really?
Yes, that was when they did the book fair, and it was just a pile of grapes, and he put a towel over it and smashed it with a hammer. Here are the grapes, and here's the wrath. And guys,
Oh no!
if you're looking to unleash some wrath of your own from your grapes, can we talk to you about our friends at Blue Chew? Guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk at a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use promo code RUMOR at checkout. Pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this episode of Rumor and Innuendo. Not yesterday's episode. It was great they did it yesterday. Yesterday's come and gone. And if you want to be coming and going, Blue Chew, promo code Rumor.
Boom. I like it. I also like this, Robert. Speaking of Moxley, oh, never mind. That's wrong. We have.
Dynamite. I love it. I love that you were excited and then realized you were reading the wrong thing.
I was really wrong on that one.
I tell you what, Tom, I've got it up here now.
Do you?
Yeah, I just took a Blue Chew. Hangman Adam Page, Hook, and Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, I remember him.
Hey, remember
taking
him?
on the Ops, Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Is this for the trios tag triple threat championship title?
It doesn't list
Destiny
it as such.
Then why do they have this? Why?
Because there's 3 people in the Ops, and Hangman needs some friends.
I'm glad that he's got friends. I'm glad we're getting Eddie Kingston on TV. This is a great way to build to last week's Hook involvement.
Yes. And also, I think that Eddie being in the mix with Hangman can maybe help Hangman out a little bit. I think. Like, I mean, from a persona and intrigue standpoint. Does that make sense?
It does. I was mainly laughing at Wrestling Old Head tried to drop my cat's breath smells like cat food, and he went a little backwards and wrote my breath's cat smells like cat food. This is what happens here, man. It's tough being here on a Monday, even though it's a Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
But look, it's a good way to get Hangman back into the ring with Joe. Mm-hmm. You can potentially do something dastardly to Hook or Eddie Kingston, and then Hangman's yelling over him like, no.
Any other expectations for tonight's Dynamite, Robert? What would you do here to hook some people, pun intended?
Well, there's some folks that are not represented on this chart, namely the 49 members of the Don Callis family. Correct. So I would imagine we'll probably get something involving Takeshita and Okada. And obviously the guy who's not hologram, whatever his name is,
Kwang. Secret character on Sega Genesis is W. Raw. If you're all interested.
You were a Genesis kid?
I was a Genesis kid. Yeah.
This explains so much, guys. You always wonder who was the kid that played Sega Genesis. Like, I was a Nintendo guy. I'm like, give me Mario. You're like, give me Echo the Dolphin.
Echo. And
I want a video game based on geolocation.
That game was difficult, by the way.
I never played it.
Mm-hmm. I didn't understand it.
That doesn't shock me terribly. I know people like Sonic. Sonic was like, when I think of Sonic, they had it at my dentist office. Like in the waiting room, you could play like video games. You could play Sonic the Hedgehog. So I guess I just sort of associate it directly with going to the dentist.
The music was much better on a Sega Genesis than it was Super Nintendo. You had the MIDI themes on the SNES, but like when you played Raw, the music sounded like the music, which was cool.
Yes,
Shout out to Sega.
I do. I'm still N64 was the
Oh
pinnacle.
yeah, I converted after that. I did.
Mazel tov.
Thanks.
I have my
Well,
PlayStation 5. It's here. I don't think I use it terribly often. But oh god, what do we have next?
ooh, we got
'Cause
a
I just
fun
saw
one.
the name. I did. Okay, in all transparency, I was literally jumping from a meeting to be here. I have not read this, and I went to go see what was next, and I saw it. So let's just.
We got a fun one. Last week we talked a little bit about Vince Russo and him entering the pro wrestling fold again in JCW. That's Juggalo Championship Wrestling, everyone. And now he's got some things to say on future plans for this promotion. And Robert, I think you're going to want to hook up with Vince and get some creative juices flowing here. He says the following: I can promise you this. You may love it. You may hate it. But JCW Lunacy is going to be like nothing you've ever seen before. And you can
Wait,
bet.
is this your Vince Russo impression?
This is so far, yeah.
It's adorable.
Thanks. And you can bet with me saying that it absolutely will be. Drug testing, Me Too, ICE. We'll be dealing with issues that nobody else would ever have the balls to do. If you don't take chances and risk, you are just like everybody else. And right now, everybody else sucks. Robert, are you excited for JCW Lunacy?
Bro. It's political nuance. You don't understand. We're going to talk the issues. We're booking Cuomo. He's available. He's the commissioner. He's going to be hands-on, very hands-on.
Man, you see, you look at what you're already doing. You're already giving creative ideas. I like it.
Look, have people made jokes about doing ice-related stuff in pro wrestling? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel like Russo is going to do it in a way where someone goes, this was really sensitive and well done. I'm glad this happened. Not a snowball's chance like ice in hell. My guess is, bro, we put the luchas in the ring and then ice comes and they take the baby faces and the heels and they're gone. They're gone, bro.
Man, I can't wait.
And also, should we be doing Me Too?
Yeah, that's
nothing good is going to come from this.
Well,
I mean, sorry, let me put this way. For working stiff, a lot of good is going to come from this. This is just a recipe for disaster. And I love in Vince Russo world the logic that goes on in that brain of his, that if you don't take risks, you're like everybody else, and therefore everybody else sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a risk to, light the performers on fire. But bro, if you don't take out a Bic and light them on fire, you're booking boring wrestling.
Yeah.
This ain't velocity.
Taking risks is one thing, but sometimes you take risks and it's dumb. Like,
it's like it's controversy for controversy's sake. And that has a very short shelf life. Controversy and nostalgia are both good to lure someone into the tent. Once they're there, you have to have the wrestling to back it up. I talked about this with Scott Chapman. We were talking about utilizing Chris Jericho and why we want to see Jericho back in WWE versus AEW, because his usefulness to WWE is a lot higher than it was for AEW at this point in time. For Russo to just do controversy, it's like it becomes embarrassing. And when WWE did it, I mean, you think back to the Mustafa Ali stable.
yes,
It was like the commentary on Antifa.
Yeah,
It was bad.
It was really bad.
Nobody wants to see that. Nobody's gonna learn no one wants to learn a lesson watching wrestling.
They wanted escapism.
It's a morality play, yes, but it's not supposed to be commentary on everything else that's going on, because then you run into situations where you have, Jack Swagger as the all-American American who's talking about we got to get rid of all these immigrants, and the crowd's cheering, and you're like, oh, this didn't go great.
Look, pro wrestling is not the medium to be using some controversial and like really societal topics to convey a message. It's you don't have no offense to like people in the creative minds, but it's like you don't have the proper medium to do it. Basically, even if you say Breaking Bad was going to address something like that, you have the writers and Vince Gilligan and everybody like that doing that. That's even walking a fine line, because what are you ultimately putting out there for people to, is this engaging enough? Are people going to be consuming it? It's just very counterproductive in general. So when you put it under a wrestling scope of all things, you're adding a lot more diciness to it.
It's not really the proper mechanism to be able to have those sorts of nuanced conversations.
But
Hunter,
speaking of learning lessons from wrestling, Robert, I have to ask you this. Triple H, he did an All-In Summit. He was at the All-In Summit. And this is what he had to say about pro wrestling.
was that the AEW All In Summit?
I don't know. Did it take place in London? Either way, he says the key to it really comes down to charisma and your innate ability to connect with people. One of the things about WWE that is remarkable is that a combination of everything: the athleticism, showmanship, charisma that you have to have, the media skills that we teach from day one coming into the door, all of it. When you leave WWE, whether you've been there for a long time or you've had any level of success, you are so well suited to do just about anything in life. I truly feel for a lot of people, it's sometimes less about the things you know and how good you are at them as the charisma to get people to listen to you. If you put the right people around you, you can have all the things you need, but people will follow that leadership. Robert, how much did you learn from your time at WWE?
See, now you're making me be sincere and what felt like a setup question. It's the best learning environment I think I ever could have had professionally.
Wow.
They always said it's tackle football on concrete, and it's tackle football on concrete. It was the Vince McMahon quote, which I came to find out was literally ripped off from Lorne Michaels, with the "It's not going on TV because it's good. It's going on TV because it's 9 p.m." Like, you have barriers that you need to get through because Raw is going to air at 9 p.m. Eastern on Spike TV, or then we transitioned over to USA. It's SmackDown is taped, but it's got to get on. Like, there are no excuses. It has to get done. You have to find a way to make it happen at whatever your level and responsibility is, and everybody does everything. So you do get those leadership skills because it's a non-union company, which means, hey, I got to get this video edited. I need sound. I need graphics. I'm doing it all myself. Get me a machine, put me on there, let me figure out how to do it, get my own tape, load it in, ingest it, digitize it, put the music on there, get it cleared, get it on air, and then it's on TV. That is an insane process. And once you are empowered to do that at any level, you're good to go any place else you go. There was always something so surreal about going from WWE to law school, where it was like 2 weeks ago, I'm on Vince's private jet, and now I'm sitting in a classroom asking permission. Hey, is it cool if I go to the bathroom? Like,
Right.
it's a wild world, but it really does teach you a little bit of everything. And they teach the wrestlers a degree of media savvy now that they kind of need,
Sure.
because they don't get it otherwise, or
Mhm.
elsewhere. Let's combine two words together. And you see it from those folks that are not necessarily in the WWE, and they may make comments or they may insert themselves in situations that they shouldn't. And WWE is like, we're building a brand because you're not a person, you're IP.
Mhm.
And we need to protect our IP. So we mask that by, we want to make you the best version of yourself, when in reality, we don't want you to do something inherently stupid that's going to get us in trouble. And if I'm going to give someone the ball and I'm going to make them my world champion, I don't want them going out there on a highly politicized day like today and saying anything remarkably stupid.
Right. Right. Well, the thing too, it's funny that we pivot from, hey, wrestling is not a good ecoscape to channel certain topics and everything like that. But if you peel back the page and look behind the scenes, it is a setup like WWE creates a platform and ecoscape for not just creative people like you, but talent, athletic talent, putting themselves out there and in front of people. It creates a very diverse channel and makes somebody very, very well rounded. So yeah, Robert, it's a fascinating business.
Devin Dowling asks, Robert, you ever sneeze in front of Vince?
Oh, good question.
No, I'm not. I'm not suicidal.
What was it like for bathroom breaks with Vince? If you had to go to the bathroom in front of Vince, was it?
Why
Did
would
you
he
have
be
to?
watching me?
Well, not like he would watch you, but like you have to get up and go to the bathroom. It's like an
You get up
emergency.
and go to the bathroom, unless
Okay.
you're in a direct one-on-one
I want to
conversation.
know if Vince had some sort of like, oh, you're going to the bathroom. This is weakness. I don't know.
No, I think we've learned how much he enjoys going to the bathroom.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Hey.
we'll be back tomorrow, as we are every Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on a plethora of platforms, including the WW Creative _ISH X account, the at Dominic D'Angelo X account, the at SE Scoops X account, and on YouTube on Rumor and Innuendo Podcast Heat and ad-free shows. On behalf of the man who is dressed like a Timu Nick Gage, Dominic D'Angelo, I'm Robert Karpolis. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Don't worry, everybody. This is not a pizza cutter. It's a microphone. Ah.
Shh.